It's only Tuesday, and I am sick to death of hearing about the return of former Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford. And yeah, I got the glasses on. I'll probably wear them all week and probably the week after because I am ready for this to be over. I wish I had a time machine and I could fast forward to Sunday night at 8 p.m. so we can get this done and over with. So that way we can go forth in whatever way that's going to be, whether it's a Detroit Lions win, and we can put this thing to bed, or it's going to be a long off season with a loss to our former quarterback. But I wanted to do something. I wanted to remind people who your quarterback is, who you should be cheering for. I saw something yesterday, and it really grinded my gears. It's a clothing company called the D-Line, and what they do is they capitalize on fads going around the city. So 2 years ago for the Super Bowl, when Matthew Stafford was making his Super Bowl run, they came out with the infamous Detroit Rams shirt. Now, they were able to pass through logo copyright, because of the small changes that they made to the logo. It was different enough that it could clear NFL copyright, and it was able to be sold. Well, that same clothing line company, or whoever it is, they now put on Facebook and Instagram and every other social media that Matthew Stafford jerseys are banned at Ford Field. And to me, that is treacherous. That is the epitome of being a traitor. See, I have never, ever, ever rooted for anyone else but the Detroit Lions and those who play for the Detroit Lions. When I say rooted, I mean I have never rooted for Matthew Stafford to win anything outside of the city. I actually rooted for the Bengals to destroy him. I rooted for the San Francisco 49ers the game before that, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the game before that, and the Arizona Cardinals the game before that. And every single game he played in the 2021 season, I wanted him to lose in the worst way possible. See, that's what kind of fan I am. Now, I listened to the Morning After podcast today. It's a good listen. You guys should check it out. Kelly Finn spends the first 30 minutes talking about what this game means. She says something in this podcast that I think every Detroit Lions fan needs to hear, but I had to choose what I wanted to bring into the show. Go check it out. She basically says that she knows Detroit Lions fans are loyal, but they're not thinking about, when it comes to the game, it's all about her husband. It's all about the LA Rams. She knows that Detroit Lions fans are loyal to a fault. But when it comes to on the football field, there is no decision for her or Matthew. And that's going to make us transition to the point of this video. Now, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need you to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I don't really ask for those two things, but it is quite possibly that I will not be able to monetize this video. And as you guys know, I am transitioning into a full-time YouTube content creator. So this is going to affect my bottom line, but sometimes you got to make videos from the heart. So the way that you can reward me, so to speak, is to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, but you've watched and liked the video. That would help tremendously. You may see an ad in this video. I may get paid. I may not. If you see an ad, it doesn't mean that I'm getting the revenue from that ad. The NFL will take all of it. And that's just the life of a content creator. But sometimes you got to put passion before payday, right? So what we're going to do, I want to remind everybody who they're rooting for. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go and we're going to check out. We're going to start with our former quarterback, and we are going to go to our new quarterback. Okay. So without further ado, let's take a look at when Matthew Stafford was traded, his introduction to the LA Rams. Let's check it out.
Let's get to the other news. 4:01 p.m. Eastern, Matthew Stafford officially arrives as the quarterback of the LA Rams. A blockbuster trade that came out of nowhere after 10 p.m. on Saturday night.
Yeah, it was a crazy weekend. You know, one thing led to another, and I'm now here in a Rams jersey.
So this is the locker room? Wow.
Wow.
This feel.
So that way it's like coaches, lockers.
It was a surreal moment for me. Wow. You know, I could just walk into that locker room and envision celebrating big wins and just being excited and proud of a job well done. It's where home's going to be.
We're good. This is beautiful.
We'll have you in here for now.
Love that. Oh, yeah.
We have the jerseys made.
Little corner spot, I'm all in.
I
Those
love
are
that.
sweet. Sick.
Those jerseys are awesome.
I know. It's sweet.
Great colors.
You know, I had been the Lions quarterback for 12 years, and to switch teams was something that was new and fresh and foreign, so I'm just trying to get my bearings and get used to it as quickly as possible.
This is kind of different looking. Signing something other than the lion.
But at the same time, it's an exciting thing for me and my family and hopefully the Rams fans and players.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I mean, this place is...
Couple seats. This is unreal. What a beautiful place. Hopefully a lot of those, huh?
It's really impressive. You know, from the facilities to the stadium to the fan experience, you could just tell how amazing it's going to be when that place is full of Rams fans. It's an incredible place. I can't wait to make it home.
All right. Now that was Matthew Stafford after the trade. That was the first year that SoFi had fans in the stands, because in 2020, when they had their inaugural season, fans couldn't be there. Okay. Now that was your old quarterback. Now, what did you notice? What did you notice in that whole thing? He used the word home. He used the word we. And nowhere, he mentioned the Lions and playing for the Lions for 12 years. That was it. Did it look like to you that Matthew Stafford was sad about being an LA Ram? Or did it look like he was excited? He was excited. As a matter of fact, Kelly Stafford said that he did not expect, nor did they expect, the support that they got from the city of Detroit when he went on his Super Bowl run, which I think is quite pathetic. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I don't know how you can call yourself a fan and you're rooting from Detroit for a guy that doesn't play for your team to win something your team has never been to. That's just me. See, I'm a different type of loyal. I'm not my loyalty stops outside the city of Detroit. That's it. All right. Now, you might say, well, Derek, that was 3 years ago. What are you talking about? Matthew Stafford, he won the Super Bowl. He must, maybe he softened up a little bit. I don't think so. Now, I'm going to play this excerpt. This is from Sunday night. Matthew Stafford did not play Sunday night, okay? He was held out because Sean McVay always does that. So after the game was over, they knew that the matchup was going to be here in Detroit. Here is what Stafford had to say regarding that matchup. Now, it is stronger out of one ear. I don't know why it came out like that. It's like that on the audio source I got this from, so I do apologize for that. It is not your headphones or your mind. It is how this was recorded and how it was also brought into YouTube. So here's what Matthew had to say about his return to the city of Detroit. I want you to listen very, very closely to what he has to say.
Exciting for this team just to get to where we are right now, to be honest with you. So many people out there, didn't think we'd get to this point, and the ability to get to this point is a true testament to everybody in this locker room, coaches, everybody. It's awesome. The opportunity happens to be in Detroit, which is fun for me on a personal level. We have some other guys on our team that are from the city too, which is really cool. I know it's going to be rocking there. Haven't had a playoff game there in about 30 years or whatever it is. So it'll be a great atmosphere. It'll be a tough task for us, but I'm definitely excited.
How will you manage your personal emotions going into a game where you have a chance to play a playoff game there?
Yeah, no, I mean, we played them in 21, here at our place, and really, to be honest with you, a football game's a football game once the ball's snapped. There'll be a lot of stuff beforehand I'm sure I'll have to answer questions about, and they will too, all that kind of stuff. But once the ball's snapped, it's time to go play football, and just love being a part of this team. Love, love the way we fight, no matter who's out there, what we're doing. It's been a really fun year. Looking forward to it continuing.
Have you thought about what it's going to feel like to walk out on the field?
No, I think there'll be excitement just because it's a playoff game. Anytime you're in the playoffs, man, it's so much fun. They're obviously a really talented football team, playing at a really high level, really all season long, been one of the more consistent teams in our league. So it'll be a big challenge for us. I'll be locked in on trying to do the best that I can to get this team to be to where we want to be at the end of the game. But I'm sure it'll be exciting for everybody.
Will you have to enhance kind of your bubble, so to speak, of phone calls and outside stuff with the magnitude of this game?
No, I mean, I don't have that much contact with anybody anyways, to be honest with you. Pretty to myself kind of guy. But, it will be fun to see some of the people that I haven't seen in a while that I know are still around the building. And obviously it'll be a different scenario. I won't be wearing, their colors, but still, appreciate so many of the people there that, gave me my start in this league and took care of me for 12 years too. Thank you.
All right. So what did you hear? What did you hear from that? Matthew Stafford, in no way did he say that he was a part of this organization. He used words like us when referring to the LA Rams. We, as referring to the LA Rams, their colors. This guy there is no confusion with him. He is a killer, and he's trying to kill your franchise. He's trying to obliterate your franchise. Matthew Stafford, what did he say? Locked in. These guys have zero loyalty to what they used to be, who they used to play for. All right? Let this guy go. He is coming to murder your franchise, your football team. And oh boy, will it be a story if the LA Rams get out of here with the win. I'm telling you what an offseason is going to be, right? For everybody involved in the city of Detroit. But in all of this, there's a guy that gets lost. And I know this video is long, but it had to be. There's a guy that gets lost. There is a guy who is the quarterback of the Detroit Lions currently, and who, as we discussed yesterday, was literally dropped off on the side of the road, left for dead. And this is the guy that we refuse to get behind. Now, you saw what it was like for Matthew Stafford when he got to LA. I want you to notice the contrast between these two videos. You heard what Matthew Stafford had to say. And it's sad because Jared Goff is not going to talk about this a lot. He is not going to get a bunch of media attention. He probably is not going to talk about it at all, knowing what I know about him over the last 3 years. We know how he feels. He's talked about it before. But he's going to be the professional that he always is. He's not going to make it about him. He's going to make it about the team. But remember what Matthew Stafford, remember that opening video. Remember the sound bites you just heard. And I want you to contrast that as we watch this video. This is Jared Goff when he first arrived in Detroit. This is our quarterback.
I think it's the city. I think it's the people. It's a different place than most people understand, I think. The city's heartbeat and the city's perseverance and who these people are is something that I really am excited to play for and to win for. Nice. That's awesome. Love it. Very cool. Honolulu Blue.
There's three things that I think about with Jared Goff. He's tough, he's durable, and most importantly, he's a winner. He has won in this league. I love his quiet confidence. I know he's hungry. Man, we were thrilled to have this guy. So without further ado, Jared Goff.
You know, I didn't know much about Detroit until recently, and being down there and seeing, you know, it is a sports town, and being able to play in a sports town is special. You know, it's something that I'm excited about, and I know football is king here, and I plan to make it a winner. I'm excited to work with Alan, man, to me as well as Brunel and the rest of the offensive staff. How's it going?
How's it going? We got you, baby.
Good, man. Good, man. I think it takes the right pieces to win, but it can happen in one offseason. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and that's the challenge that I think I'm most excited for, is bringing this team and bringing this city and bringing this culture back to what it should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, your quarterback, number 16, Jared Goff. I've seen that video multiple times, and it got me choked up right now. It really did, man. This guy was thrown away, got thrown in the trash in a dumpster pile. You see the contrast between the videos. Matthew Stafford's LA, bright, bubbly. Detroit, dark, gritty. Reminds me of Gotham City. This is our guy. This is our guy. Without taking a snap in the city, he knew what this city was. Just like that. Just like that. He said he didn't know much, but he knew that football is king, and this is a sports town, hockey town, home of the bad boys, the going to work Pistons. He said he know it's going to be an uphill battle, but he know he can get it done, and he's looking forward to get it done. And let me remind you that in 3 short years, we went from 3-13-1 to NFC North champions, hosting a home playoff game, which, by the way, in 12 seasons is something Matthew Stafford never, ever, ever did. You can call it whatever you want to, but the reality is the reality. Jared Goff is our guy, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be behind him at all. Again, remember, Matthew Stafford wants to kill your franchise. He does not care about the Detroit Rams. He does not care about his history for 60 minutes. Neither should you. And as far as I'm concerned, who? Matthew who? He is a distant memory. It's so bad with me, I don't want the brother back. Don't come back here. You don't get to leave and come back. That ain't the luxury that we have. And that's why, to me, and we'll wrap the video up, that's why, to me, the Detroit Rams, and if you call yourself a Detroit Lions fan, and I don't like questioning people's fandom, but that's not what a fan is. A fan is a guy, is a person that sticks with the team no matter what. You rather not have a team than to root for another team success. And it ain't no way I'm following a man over my team. That ain't happening. Ever in life. I don't care if Jared Goff left right now, that would be the end of it. Would I watch him if the games came on? Would I want to see him succeed? I would want to see him fail. But I'm not going to be like, yeah, Jared, go Jared, yes. Especially if he goes out and wins the most elusive title in Detroit sports the year he leaves. That's not going to happen. But you can be whatever fan you want to be. I'm speaking to the ones that are like me. You don't get to pick and choose when you root for if you don't get to pick and choose. And that's what I think people miss in this whole Stafford thing. So what? He was here for 12 years. He chose to be somewhere else. And as I wrap this super duper long video up, Kelly Stafford says on the podcast, go listen to it, at least the first 30 minutes, that he knew he could not get what he wanted here. And then she sprinkled in at the end that neither could Detroit. You knew that Detroit was a dead end. And guess who came here and put that thing in reverse, found a different path, and drove away? Jared Goff. We're going to be talking a lot about this, and it's unfortunate because I know Jared is not going to give us many sound bites, many talking points. So this was the best I could do. And again, I'm sorry this video was so long, but it was a lot to cover. And those who watched to the end, I appreciate it. And if you have watched this far, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, liking the video as well. I might not be able to monetize this, and that's going to hit the pocketbook. All right. But as I said at the beginning, sometimes some things are more important than money. All right. Now, trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the Lions season. Okay, we'll just say Super Bowl Sunday, but right now we're pushing 18. We're about 5 subscribers away from 17.7 with our ultimate goal. Let's see if we can get to 18,000 by kickoff, and you guys can help me do that. Leave a comment below about how you feeling about this whole video. This is probably the longest video I've ever done on this channel, but it needed to be done. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Jared Goff is my quarterback. And that's all I got to say.